Hey DIYers, Jarrett with Alarm Grid here. Today we're going to talk about if there's an internal siren with the Honeywell Lyric alarm system. Yes, the Lyric system does come with a built-in internal siren. It is set for about 85 decibels. Now that is a pretty loud siren. You want to compare it to like the sound of what a standard kitchen sink garbage disposal would sound like. Basically the loudness of what that would be, which is pretty loud. Now, if you wanted to have a different siren or even add on another siren to be able to amplify the sound or even have the siren go off in another area of the home, then you can use what's called the Honeywell 6 siren. Now, this is a specific wireless siren that is made for the Lyric alarm systems. It does use the 6 series encrypted technology to communicate with the system. Now this siren is an internal only siren, so you want to keep that in mind. It is not rated for outdoor use, so please don't stick it outdoors. Now this siren is also 85 decibels as well. It's not exactly going to amplify the sound, but it will allow you to be able to have the siren in another area of the home. Maybe your home is a little bit too large, or you have another a room that you can't exactly hear the Lyric going off in. So the Honeywell 6 siren is a great option for that if you wanted to set that up. Now, if you wanted something a little bit louder than that, then there is a second option. It is a wireless siren as well, but this is actually a Z-Wave siren. It's not going to use the RF communication or even the encrypted technology to communicate with the system. This is called the Qolsys IQ Siren. This is, again, a Z-Wave siren that you can use with the panel. And this is rated for 105 decibels, which is even louder. It is going to be very loud, and it does have a built-in strobe as well. So if the alarm is going off, you can have that siren going off, but also have the strobe indicating there's an alarm event. Now, when you are setting up the Qolsys IQ Siren, the way you would want to set it up is just enroll it into the panel as like a normal Z-Wave device, but you're going to set up an automation scene so that if the alarm goes off, you'll have that scene trigger and then turn on that siren and also the strobe. Now, just one other thing I'd like to add about the siren that is built into the Lyric. Also, the other sirens available as well. These will go off, or these will trigger during any alarm event, whether it be a burglary alarm, a fire alarm, carbon monoxide detection alarm, even if you were to set off panics on the system itself. So if you were to just tap on that and trigger a panic, depending on how you have these set up, then you can have that siren go off as well, unless you have it set as a silent panic. So if it was set as a silent panic and you go ahead and trigger that, the siren is not going to go off as assumed. So just want to keep that in mind. That was one thing I wanted to add on. Now to keep going for the other equipment, like let's say you didn't want to use that Qolsys IQ Siren, right? You didn't want to use that wireless siren and you wanted to use a hardwired siren. You can use one with the Lyric system, but you are going to need a specific device, which is called the Fortress MemoLite. This is a Z-Wave relay module that you would use to hardwire the siren to, and this device would wirelessly communicate with the Lyric as a Z-Wave device as well, kind of like the Qolsys IQ Siren, but instead you can use hardwired options. Now we do have different sirens available on our website. We have sirens up to 110 decibels. We even have some up to 120 decibels, which is really, really loud. So if you want to take a look at that, we do have a link for the FAQ on the MemoLite below, we do have a link to the MemoLite and how to set it up in the FAQ for this video. If you wanted to take a look at that, it shows you everything on how to set that up and gives you the details on how to be able to use it and everything. So please go take a look at that. So those are the different options you can use for the different other sirens for the Honeywell Lyric system. But again, the Lyric does come with its own built-in internal siren. Now there are some settings within the panel itself that you can do or that you could change for the internal siren. Some settings within the installer programming, you can change some of the sounder options. You can turn off the siren if you wanted to. You could do You can set up different times for how long you want the siren to be triggered for. So if you wanted to go ahead and change those settings, you're just going to go through Lyric and follow these steps. So on the panel itself, at the main screen, you're normally going to see security, so just tap on that. And then you're going to go into tools. And now we're going to type in the installer code. The default installer code is 4112. Now you're going to go to program. You're going to go to sounder. And now you're going to see all the options to be able to change the settings for the siren. So you have the burglary alarm sound. You can either turn that off or you can keep that on if you wanted to. You have the burglary bell timeout. You can have it set for 4 minutes, 8 minutes, 12 minutes, 16, or just have no bell timeout and have the siren just going off until you disarm the system. You have the fire bell timeout. It's going to be the same exact thing. If there's a fire alarm, you can have the siren go off for a certain amount of time or just keep going off until you disarm the system. And then you have arm confirm, which is basically if you're using a key fob and you want to have an audible sound to let you know that you have successfully armed the Lyric system. You can change that if you want to using an LKP 500 keypad, or just no devices at all, and just have it not give you that arm confirmation, or you can use it for basically everything to give you the confirmation, or you can just put it back to key fob. For this instance, we're just going to keep it to key fob. And that is it to be able to change those settings for the sounder. And that is it for everything in regards to the internal siren for the Honeywell Lyric system. If you have any questions about the Honeywell Lyric system or alarm systems in general, please contact us at support@alarmgrid.com or go to our website, alarmgrid.com. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. If you want notifications of future videos, please click the bell icon. This is Jarrett with Alarm Grid. You have yourself a great day.